Hey team, welcome back. Leaders are transparent. Effective and impactful leaders are transparent and somewhat predictable. Knowing how people work, understanding what drives them, and being open about learning and what we do and don't know, and sharing this builds transparency and a level of predictability. When leaders begin with a new team or in a new role, their teams start to read them. They're starting to gauge how things work. How does this person react? What are their limits and routines and habits? Teams work out where they are safe and when and if they can trust their leaders. Breaking down this barrier of guessing and creating conversations that are open and honest, focused on communication, is the start of this process. Create the opportunities to talk about communication, styles and needs. How do you like to be communicated with about good things and then not so good things? Listen deeply. Write the responses down. And then most importantly, follow through. Ignore this feedback and your leadership loses. Follow through. Do as you say. When something disastrous happens is when this is tested the most. You are measured by your greatest disaster and how you get through it. When the waters are difficult and the waves are high. Plan your actions. Strategic is important. Be careful with how you communicate what and when. Being transparent doesn't mean telling all. The key is honesty, transparency, and regular direct communication. Be honest, tell people, because you know what, they'll find out anyway. Give them the real story within your legal limits, not a half story, or even worse, no story at all. Take the guesswork out, create truths and honesty. The other option is gossip. You'll be judged positively or negatively for it. Don't hide behind the title. Be human. Step in. Your title was there for a reason. To lead, to support, to get the team through. Your title is a badge of service and one of responsibility, not one of power and control. And then outside of a crisis, leaders are transparent with the mission and vision. They think strategically and deliberately, create ways to collaborate and share. Ask for input. Where do your team get to weigh in on the planning so that they can buy into the vision? No one wants to buy ready-made. No one wants a ready-made plan. A homemade dinner always tastes better. Leaders create transparency about budgets and decision-making processes and limits. Leaders create easy access to tools and resources. And when tools and resources are limited, they explain why and go to the team for solutions. They don't make cuts on restrictions and memos and then just send it out. They focus on transparency. Leaders create regular pathways to ensure communication and information flows. Meetings, not memos. I know that goes against the norm, but carefully planned meetings that allow for opinion and talk. Well, these build an understanding of different types of meetings. Leaders know their audience, the needs of the audience, and the information that needs to flow. They create space to dig deep, analyze as a team, and to offer opinion. No hidden agendas. Meetings are not about the boss giving a sermon, and they don't take one form. Meet face to face and online. Choose the right form at the right time. Don't underestimate the power of planned presence and how much people get from being in the same room. Leaders use language that matches the need. Be mindful, be careful, be honest, be kind. Plan cycles of communication and initiatives. Use schedules and calendars. Forewarn. Information may bring questions, but they are questions about the right things. Questions mean that there is an interest or a value in the task. Schedule blue skies thinking. Plan deadlines. Be transparent about implementation phases. Ensure that you plan time to stop and evaluate and to think. Transparency creates predictability. Predictability is the first step to trust. High performance is based on trust. So then, how transparent and predictable are you? Do your team trust you?